Hi, I'm Air Force Captain Matt Beals, call sign Boz. I'm here with the F-15 aerial demonstration team based out of Langley Air Force Base, Virginia. I fly the F-15 Eagle, and I'll be describing today some of the missions of the F-15 and what we do in particular for the aerial demonstration. The mission of the F-15 has been designed and built for air superiority. We're a pure air-to-air fighter, basically first in and last out into any wartime scenario. We lead the bombers on their way into enemy territory, going in first, providing air cover when the bombers are in there and keeping those guys unmolested. If anything dares to come on up and challenge us, we'll shoot it out of the sky. The maneuvers we do in the show are nothing different than every pilot that goes through fighter training is trained to do. Some of the things I'll be doing is a max performance takeoff, which waters a lot of people's eyes as we go on up, and then on into some precision maneuvers with a 4-point roll.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Into a hard 9G turn. Then some slow speed maneuvering that highlight the ability of the plane to get slow and fight slow. I would say the hard turn is probably the most physically demanding. It's about 18 seconds from when you roll into the turn to when you roll out, and it's about 8 to 9 Gs during the entire time there. So that's probably the most fatiguing. Now, a lot of people, when they first look at the Eagle, they go, my gosh, that's a giant airplane for a fighter when they get up close to it, because they see it maneuvering around, see how hard it can turn, and see everything it can do. And the reason it's so large is basically it's an airplane that is built around a radar, and that radar sits right up here in the front. What that allows us to do is, as an air superiority fighter, it's nice to see guys a long way before you can actually see them with your eyeballs. We don't like to fight fair in the F-15. What we like to do is go out there and say, okay, there's 4 of us today, and there's 16 of them. Okay, I'd like to pick off a couple of the spitters out to the side, kind of like a lion going after the wildebeest. You know, you get the crippled ones first, and then come back for the rest later. What we carry is 8 radar-guided and heat-seeking air-to-air missiles to do our job. Primary missile that we carry is the AIM-120 AMRAAM, and then we carry AIM-9 Sidewinders at closer range. In addition to that, what we have is a 20mm internally mounted cannon. It'll shoot 6,000 rounds per minute, or about 100 rounds a second. You have about 10 seconds worth of that with 940 rounds on board. Okay, now to the back end of the airplane, the real kick in the pants part of the jet. 2 F-100 afterburning turbofans that together provide more than 50,000 pounds of thrust, which somebody equated to equal about the starting lineup at the Indianapolis 500. When I select afterburner during the performance and or during combat, what happens is it's 5 separate stages. You'll see the flame come out the back end to about 30 to 50 feet in the back there, and it gives you a real kick in the pants as you're taking this jet for the ride of your life. Up here in the cockpit of the F-15, what the cockpit provides you is obviously 360-degree visibility through our bubble canopy, and this aircraft itself was built in 1983, this particular model, so coming up on 15 years old. A lot of people go, wow, that's pretty old technology and everything, and yeah, the airframe is the old technology. A lot of the dials and buttons and stuff inside the cockpit here are a lot of the old technology, but what they have done is upkept with the avionics, the weaponry, and all the important stuff to me as a fighter pilot. During the aerial demonstration, I don't do too much with the weapons, obviously, but what I will look at is through the heads-up display, which keeps my eyes out of the cockpit. I can get all the data I need to know how quickly the ground is coming up, what my airspeed is, what my altitude is, and what my parameters are for any of the maneuvers that I'm about to enter. Somebody said that the surface area of the F-15 on the top is about equal to a tennis court. Here you can see we're standing up quite high, and you can see the size of the F-15. We talked about it being this big because you need that much to carry the engines, the weapons, and to push that radar through the sky out there. And that's the F-15 Eagle, and I hope you enjoy the show.